Alright, now we're back again. I don't remember what I was doing anymore. Whoops. Wrong button. The plot thickens. Head to the Carre Sheriff's Department. That's right. Patty called and said, first of all, why is it... What's up with the coloring? It looks darker. Over here it looks fine, but when I get ready to leave, everything gets like really dark. See what it looks like out here. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell right now. It looks a little darker on my screen anyway. On my screen. My screen. Let's see, where is the map? How close am I? Do I need to take a wyvern? No, it's right over there. I could just skate it out. I could just roller skate it, man. Once we get through the long, long load. This game has some pretty big loads, you know what I'm saying? Drinking this pomegranate juice with some other thing in it. Some other fusion. It's very tart. Tart. Very tart. Very tart and tasty. 10 calories, 0% of everything else. Except for carbohydrates. 11 grams carbohydrate. 1 gram sugar. 0% added sugar. 15% vitamin C. Okay. Sheriff's office, please. Remember what movie that's from? That's right, Zach. Funny Farm, starring Chevy Chase. The movie, I don't know how well it is or is not received, and how, like, what its status is as far as cult classic, but I love that movie. He's trying to get a hold of the sheriff's office because he found a dead body in his backyard, but the operator won't connect him until he deposits whatever it is, 10, 15 cents or something. And he keeps trying to tell her he's calling from his house phone. It's not a pay phone, but she won't listen. So one of his attempts involves him just throwing coins in a jar next to the phone. Sheriff's office, please. Oops. That movie is ridiculous.
Zach, it appears to be closed.
How? It's a sheriff's office. I thought police stations were supposed to be open at all hours of the day.
Let's come back during business hours.
Just in case of an emergency. There's always got to be like at least one person there. Unless you're like the absolute most run-down, most tiniest town in the world, like for horror movie purposes, where some backwoods little one-horse town. There's like population of 200. Then you might have like 2 or 3 people working the sheriff's office. And, well, I guess if it's just like Twin Peaks. But this isn't the same town that was supposed to be like Twin Peaks as in Deadly Premonition 1. This is Le Carre. So, I didn't even see... Wrong button. I didn't even see what... Break. What time is this place supposed to open? $7 a.m. What time is it now? Oh, it is 7 now. Well, kiss my grits. Back we go. Whoa, stop. Trying to check a text massage and almost went past my destination. Alright, Yorkie. Better be open now. There we go. Boom, 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 boom.
Did you find Melvin?
Nope. I can't find either of them.
Either of them?
Yeah. When I went home, it wasn't just my daddy who was missing. Mama was gone too. This never happened before.
Look at that creep in the reflection there. Who's that guy?
Zach, we need to stop Professor R's plan no matter what it takes. Relax, Patty. You don't need to worry about a thing. I'm sure that Melvin just stumbled across an important clue that's stolen his attention for now. And I'm sure he's protecting your mother while he's at it.
Is this gonna be like The
Let's just
Simpsons?
leave the investigation to the local police and rest for today. I need to prepare a report for the HQ anyway. How about staying with me in my room until we find them?
Whoa, now.
But...
Hold on a second.
You don't need to worry. I can't make you any homemade food, but I've got a first-class chef and a first-class concierge at my disposal. Oh, and a very affable bellboy. It's a lot of fun at that hotel.
I mean,
but...
I trust York, but
Okay.
he's gotta know how that looks.
Thanks, Agent York.
You're a lady, so you take the bed. Zach and I will be fine on the couch.
Why don't you, like, at least see if she has any relatives or anybody else, like family, friends, or anything, before you just offer to take her back to your hotel room? Like I said, I'm sure he has, obviously, like, the character that he is has got the purest of intentions, but can't talk to this creepazoid. He's got the purest of intentions, but he's got to know how that looks. Oh, your parents are missing. Come stay with me in my hotel room. No thank you. What am I doing now? After getting lost on that tangent? Go to my room and review the case. I don't know what I'm going to do there that I couldn't have done right where I'm at. Do I have special case files in my room that only can be looked at in the room? Case files. Oh, these loading times are atrocious! Oh! Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. Skateboard time. Reno-leno-leno. Look how pixelated the ground is. I love that. I shouldn't, but I do. But I do. Well, we're kind of going off path. See if I can't slide through these buildings. What's this? Gotta pick up ingredients. Oh, it says do not block. I thought it said do not look. Gotta pick up ingredients wherever you can find them. You're never gonna know. Or you never know what the next talisman or whatever the hell they're called that you build. Never know what the next one's gonna require, so pick up every single ingredient that you can come across or that you can find. Look at this creep. Such a weird run. But now where is it? I'm going so far out of my way. There it is. Whoa, watch the traffic there. Watch it, buddy. This is not the entrance either. Where is it? Here we go. That was a long way of a short way. It was a long way to go, a short distance. Long. Wow, that's tart. Not so much bitter, but not so much sour, but bitter. That pomegranate, Ipanema, mama, in the beninging. Alright, let's go up here to the room.
Zach, the Clarkson family tree is nothing like we thought it was.
Really? Close that door. Air conditioner is a little loud.
We need to reorganize everything we've uncovered so far. She was so tired she fell right to sleep. Hey,
It's
Zach,
usually what happens.
I'm in a very difficult spot right now. I feel like this case is heading in a direction that will be extremely unpleasant for her. I've never felt anything like this during any of our cases thus far.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do in here? What is that? What is that a picture of? Oh, it's obviously the number 60. Looks to be like mylar balloons, but who can say? So now what? You specifically say come to the room and review the case. Oh, there it is. There it is in my face. And this is 90. What is that? It's not just an upside down version of the other one, because if it was, it would say, oh, no. Those are... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the significance, and I'm getting off track. Evidence organization, start!
First, let's go back to the beginning.
In the beninging.
Lise Clarkson's body was found hanging under a bridge over the bayou. In a deserted spot close to where the bayou meets the Mississippi. The one who fired the pistol at Heaven surely had no idea what he would find there. Speaking of which, Zach, Chuck, the man who started this race we're running, what's his occupation?
Oh, he liked to farm them crawfish.
That's right. He's a crawfish farmer. And after chasing a poacher's boat that crossed over into his farmland, he went up the bayou and was fortunate enough to find Lisa's body. I doubt it was a very pleasant experience for him. But if not for his discovery, Lisa's body might have started rotting out there. He's a difficult person to be sure, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Chuck said something peculiar. He claimed the Clarksons were a little better when their son was still around. I don't know exactly what he meant, but we ended up meeting the person he was talking about, didn't we? Under very unexpected circumstances. Leonard Clarkson. He ran away from home, found his true self, then changed names. So, Zach, do you remember her name?
Well, I should certainly hope so.
Helena Doman. The townspeople call her Lena. She was also known as Professor R while she plotted against the Clarksons. She's the mother of the new drug known as Sang Rouge. She must have also had a group of followers who worshipped her fanatically.
Really?
I can see it now. Lena sprinkling down the red powder, corrupting every last pure and innocent girl in town.
Well.
Lena mentioned her plan each time we met. She must have taken us for utter fools, Zach. She thought she was always one step ahead of us, and that we'd never see the full scope of her plan. Well, her plan isn't complete yet, and I know we can still stop it.
Oh, my eyebrows are itchy. Oh, wow.
That's why we need to learn all we can about her. Her alias was Professor R, and she was well learned in the areas of medicine and fire dynamics. By the way, Zach, do you remember what weapon Lena used to murder PJ?
I believe I do. It was some sort of bubble gum.
Correct. She used a miniature bomb. To tell you the truth, she surprised me.
How's that?
That bomb was so well placed. It left hardly any damage on the building itself, yet still did amazing work on them. Lena should have used that brain of hers for something more productive than that saga of revenge. For example, reviving Carre's economy from the industrial sector. Widen your perspective, and you'll see that Louisiana is an industrial treasure trove. With her intelligence and her charisma, I'm sure she would have found some amazing opportunities. Such a tragedy. Zach, there's one more important matter we need to think about here. Galena Clarkson, who was murdered in jail. Her body was dismembered, then rearranged into a V shape.
Oh, gosh. My face is itchy now. Oh, my goodness.
Patty and Melvin claimed it was a severed roots killing. But that doesn't make sense to me. And PJ Clarkson disapproved of it when I met him in the other world.
Yeah.
He saw Galena's parts lined up and was overcome by an inexplicable fear. Tell me, who killed Galena?
The letter V killer. I don't know. Then again, I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have the answer to this one yet. And it's too big a problem to solve with mere speculation. The answer to this question may lead to a major turning point for this case, and the final turning point for this story. You know it's true, Zach.
Zach, you know it's true.
I only hope it doesn't push us down an avenue we didn't plan on exploring.
Oh, it will. You foreshadowed that nicely. Clear. Eldest daughter. Unknown. What a name for a child.
Hey, Zach. Do you remember PJ's last words? Lena had intercourse with her older sister. Her own flesh and blood. This means there's still one more person out there who inherited PJ's blood.
Oh my. What a show. Now, this is certainly something I might show up to every once in a while. This was going on in my neighborhood. I mean, it doesn't sound bad at all. I would definitely like to show up for the eccentricity of the production. Yeah, it's kind of shocking at first, but I could get into that.
Oh, fucking poachers, now I gotcha. Caught you red-handed.
This man's nose hairs. Oh, man. Oh, is he gonna get it now? Is that why we're watching him? Watch him be the next guy to get it? Oh, jeez. It's Lisa. Future Lisa Simpson. What is going on? This is what I play Deadly Premonition for. These moments. Where they're trying and succeeding at being as close to Twin Peaks as possible. Make you just say, what in the absolute hell is that? So, got something in my eyeball. Eyelashes always go in the eyes, despite their purpose of keeping stuff out. You were supposed to protect the eyeball, not join them. Or however that Star Wars quote goes. Completion time. Episode 2. Special rewards. Penalties. Oh yeah, breach of contract penalty was a real bullcrap moment. I got hit with like a $100 or $300 fine for accidentally shooting a person because they ran in my way while I was shooting at something else. Get the hell out of here. Alright, I think that's enough on this screen. Let's go, baby. Next. What was it? Chapter? Saga? Episode? What did I say it was? Episode? Episode? Was it episode? Tell me, game. Was it episode? Is it episode?
Soon. I'm almost there.
Oh, I'm crawling.
Please, someone. Stop that noise.
Oh, it's back to old Zach. And now you start the game. We're in the present now. Takes place after Deadly Premonition 1. Deadly Premonition 2, the main story, takes place before Deadly Premonition 1. But I only explain that because I didn't start recording this series until after I'd already been playing for several hours. So we missed out on that important bit of information. Anyway, we're in the present day right now. The rest of the game takes place in the past. That was quote-unquote present day. I don't know if that was a dream or what the hell that was. Alright, now we're in the real world for sure. Present day. Being interviewed by the FBI. Thompsonville, a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. Boston?
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
That's right.
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it, almost everything, went according to her plan.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Le Carre?
Because we had to.
You had to. Whatever for?
Well, I'm sure he's gonna tell you.
The goddess was still there.
Ah, the goddess. You forgot about the goddess, didn't you?
The goddess.
That's right, the goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
Of fertility.
Lise Clarkson's body.
I'm just gonna let him chuckle for a while.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess.
Speaking of goddess, read the book Goddess about Marilyn Monroe. It was actually an inspiration for the show Twin Peaks. Of course, all Twin Peaks fans know that. But if you're not a fan of Twin Peaks, then you should be. And you should really read that book.
But she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
I'm trying to tell you.
The person at the root of this case.
Is it some kind of metaphor? For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside. But on the inside, she was a hollow void. And that void was threatening to swallow up all of Le Carre.
Hold it in. Hold it in, Zach. Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Shut up!
Is that a real baby? Or is it just in his head?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I think it was just in his head.
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan? Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world.
Look how antsy he is all of a sudden. He's got the pea-leg shakes.
Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special. Something irreplaceable to him.
Jittery leg.
Instead of kicking your floor, perhaps it'd be wiser to invest in a soundproofing mat.
Are you irritated, Belle? Yes, of course you are. You think we lack a common human trait, and that bugs you. We're crazy. Human refuse. That's how we look to you, isn't it?
I would never go that far, but you did surprise me.
You surprise me, Mr. Morgan.
Just doesn't seem like the kind of attitude one should display when in the company of others.
Yes, we're sorry. We agree with you. It just made us remember a time when that noise kept ringing out, and we couldn't stop it. That flight from Newark Liberty to Seattle Tacoma. It was the first flight we took as FBI agents. The plane was shaking violently due to turbulence, and when we looked to the side, we saw a young mother cradling a baby with a frightened look on her face. We got worried, so we spoke to her. Then the baby started crying. It was so loud, we couldn't resist plugging up our ears. And since it was so loud, the rest of the passengers started glaring at us. At first, the mother and I waved our hands, trying to quiet down the baby.
See, that's why you don't talk to babies. Babies are dumb.
Our efforts were in vain. It never stopped crying.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Especially on an airplane.
The more our anxiety levels rose, the louder its cries grew.
All that cabin pressure is really messing with that baby's head and its sense of calm. Ugh. Gets annoying on just an adult. That baby doesn't know what's going on, doesn't know how to stop it. It's freaking out, man.
Shrill and piercing, as if they were heralding the apocalypse. We were powerless, and the baby's mother was helplessly bewildered. Once the plane landed safely in Tacoma, the baby finally stopped crying. We heaved a sigh of relief and looked at the mother. Then she said,
What'd she say?
"Whose child is this?"
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a lot of things. I wasn't expecting that.
We were shocked, so we asked her what was going on. Apparently, sometime after she boarded the flight, that baby randomly appeared on her lap. Then, it ordered her to call me over, and kept sitting there, as if nothing was wrong. Can you believe that, Belle?
That, I don't know if I believe that or not. Somewhat. I mean, I know that this story has paranormal elements, so as an audience member, I'm inclined to believe it. But if I were to hear that in real life, that the baby, quote unquote, randomly appeared in her lap, and then, quote unquote, ordered her to call him over, I think we're dealing with some kind of schizophrenic or something. She might have stolen that baby and then fabricated this story that it just appeared, or maybe she forgot that she took it and really does believe that it just appeared, and she's hearing voices and that told her to tell him to come over. And that's in real life, but in the context of this game, yeah, I believe it.
Bizarre, isn't it? While we were talking, the baby disappeared.
Okay, now we are in total left fieldsville. Baby disappeared.
The being responsible for all that loud, grating noise simply disappeared without a trace. Ever since then, whenever I hear a baby crying, I remember that bizarre experience. Well, what do you think, my fairy?
Who's his fairy? I forget if he said who that was. I don't think it's Zach. Well, he's Zach right now, so it can't be Zach. Maybe Zach had somebody that he talked to. York talks to Zach, and Zach talks to a fairy. Like I said, I love this game. I played through the first one, but I have not played through the second one. I'm going in completely blind right now. This is as far as I've made it on the first playthrough, so I'm very intrigued. Who is this fairy he keeps referring to, and do we find out the same way we found out who Zach was?
Was it some sort of sign?
Okay, I can still look at stuff. Somebody should make a game where you can just like the whole point, they just made a game where you can unpack stuff. I don't remember what it's called, but it's literally, that's the game. You're given like a house or a room, and you have boxes full of stuff, and the game is to unpack the boxes and arrange the stuff. Somebody should make a game similar to that, only the stuff is already unpacked, preferably in a lived-in, messed up situation like the way this apartment here is arranged. I think it would be very fun, especially if maybe it was just a couple rooms, or just like it would just be one house, and you just get to like that game. What was it? Gone Home, where you show up and everybody's missing, but you're going through like all the stuff and figuring out where they went and like learning about each of their lives and stuff. I think it'd be very interesting to go through just the whole game is to just show up and go through their stuff. But like since that is the entire point of the game is to just go through the stuff and look at stuff, whoever makes the thing could like really take their time and go into detail. Like, oh, here's a magazine collection. Here's all these scattered notebooks. Here's the photographs. Just every possible thing that somebody could have in their house or apartment. It'd be really fun to just sit there and just be nosy and go through all their junk.
The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest. Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
Yeah, logs.
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance.
Well, you can believe whatever you want to believe.
It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous.
Not exactly. Have you ever heard of, like, you know, shut up. Just one moment. Getting another text massage. Alright. I'm sure there's other safe things you could... Obviously, you don't want to burn just anything. You don't want to put, like, trash and stuff. I mean, you could burn paper, but at the same time, you gotta, like, really be cool about it. You gotta be prepared. They have, like, the screen that, like, blocks sparks and whatever from whatever the embers. Because paper, when it burns, it likes to, like, break off and float all over the place. So you gotta be careful with paper. But there's safe stuff besides firewood. But I see what she's saying.
Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse. Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
For real person. Old messy letters.
By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal.
Really?
We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, so you have nothing.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her when we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
What do you think we are, X-Men?
X-Men.
It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carre case.
Le Carre. Le Carre. Ooh, le.
Professor R was a Clarkson. And also the mother of Saint Rouge.
Saint Rouge. My mother was Saint Rouge.
If Professor R really was the mastermind behind everything, if she wanted to rebuild the Clarksons' legacy, then why did she feel the need to kill everyone?
Well, it's like this. Hey, there's milk cartons. Why are they all taped up?
Low-fat vitamin D milk cartons. Why are they all lined up so neatly?
I'm less intrigued about them being taped up, and more intrigued about them being taped up with a huge gap in the middle. Almost like he's trying to keep something in the middle. Let's find out about that.
This square area enclosed by milk cartons. Is it another sanctuary? The more I look around, the more I feel like there's some sort of system to all this. The sanctuary on this table. The fireplace sanctuary. And the milk carton sanctuary. They all lead into the room back there. And there's one more by the window, and yet another by my feet. Are they signs? Or is this all some sort of path?
Hey, Belle. Is that a serious question?
Of course it is.
We're drying them out.
What out? Drying what out? Drying who out? Drying where out?
We line the milk cartons up to dry them out, so we can turn them into Halloween decorations.
Halloween?
Halloween? What you know about Halloween?
It's only January.
This is America, land of the free.
So she's one of those people. One of those psychotics who doesn't believe Halloween should be every day. What a weirdo. Halloween should be every single day. I really believe that. Not so much the going out and the getting candy. We don't need candy all the time. Let's be real. Eat healthy. But dressing up in costume, wearing stuff, whatever, wherever you want, wearing masks, being crazy ghouls and goblins and skeletons and killer clowns and all that, that should be the way society is. I think that should be the normal look of society. Not everybody running around in halter tops and skinny jeans and little silk suits and whatever else. I want to see everybody running around in scary costumes and makeup all day long. Every day, January 1st to December 31st. That is what I want to live in.
Got a problem with that?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? He's not allowed to. Yeah, I can understand. Okay, you want to wash them and dry them out to do whatever. Sure. But why are they taped? That's what I don't understand. Why are they taped together? Unless them all being taped together makes one large decoration that he's creating instead of each of them being their own individual decoration. The taping is part of the decorative process. I get it. Let's move on.
So you think Galena was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
Her own brother. But Helena Doman is a woman now. Or was. She's dead. So her own sister.
No, not her.
Oops. Hold on a second. Getting a phone call. Gonna edit this out. Alright, and we're back.
Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you.
Why?
Would you mind answering me in your own words?
Who else's words are they gonna be?
You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
I find it suspicious that you're sitting there with just one glove on. What's that about?
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Ow. Well, tell me about this stupid picture then.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse by pure chance? That there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Saint Rouge.
Saint Rouge.
Did we hit the nail on the head, Belle?
That's my interpretation of dark laughter. But
That's not what we want to know about.
Isn't it?
After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day.
Every day.
Right, my fairy? It was always that way. Even back when we were on duty.
Duty.
Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one?
Oh.
Would you tell us that much, Belle? What urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
That's none of your business.
None of your beeswax.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis.
I think we're done here, except for clicking on Pondering Aaliyah Davis. Well, let's look at her first. I forget you can always look at the thing and then ask about the thing. Look.
Am I winning here or... No. I need to stay positive. I have to solve this case no matter what it takes. I can't lose courage here. The future influences the present just as much as the past.
Sure it does.
You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions. When you were neither doing something nor doing nothing.
Yeah, but he knew you were watching, so you have no way of knowing if that was, you know, all part of the plan to show you something he wanted you to see.
I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction, to action. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden.
Unless you know about those actions, and you know that somebody's watching, and they're probably analyzing you, so you consciously change your unconscious habits. Beat that.
When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips.
Lips.
Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals.
Unless you know about them ahead of time and you're trying to put on a show. Girl, don't you listen to anything I say.
That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house.
Who that is?
Isn't there?
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle.
So who is this other person? I'm very intrigued now.
But only half right.
Oh, she's only half right. It's only half a person.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
Who is it?
Most of what you say. If this goes to court,
why did
I
it cut
won't let
off
you
there?
claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? Oh. We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Is this a sign from the coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me?
What could
Is
that
that a
possibly
dragonfly?
be?
Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Is that monster guy that I saw next to the trash?
Big footsteps.
I wonder.
Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay? Hey.
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired. Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
Mr. Jones.
I didn't think he'd gotten this bad. I can't let him die on me yet. I need to get more clues out of him before his time runs out.
Oh no, is he gonna die in this game?
Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
Huh.
This better not be another joke.
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
Red, huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story? Whatever his goal may be, Morgan's gone to great lengths to survive. But no matter how hard he tries, the heartless monster inside of him will just keep devouring his body. When Katrina stole my family from me, what is he hoping for?
Oh, brother. Okay.
Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right?
That's right.
What kind of a tip was it?
An anonymous one.
Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
So answer the question.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge. And a note.
What did it say?
Oh,
Investigate the Clarksons. F.K.
FK. JFK's half brother.
That's it?
Yes, that's
Who's FK?
I don't know.
anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case.
Which means you couldn't figure it out, so you quit.
I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Not at all.
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly, the mark of the Clarkson family. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And
Oh man, why is it always more and more and more? Just let me freaking get to the bottom of this.
I wondered what sort of food he was eating, all shut up in here. Pizza? Why do they all love pizza so much?
Why don't you? What's your problem? Pizza is like the greatest, dude. No, pizza is very, very good. I don't understand how people don't like pizza. I can see having a very specific preference for a type of pizza, like New York style, Chicago deep dish, whatever the hell. But to not like it at all, that seems alien to me.
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
That you're hungry? What else could one be insinuating by saying, "Are you hungry?"
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Ah, geez, one of those people. I couldn't possibly eat pizza. I eat at high society.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it.
I actually have pizza in the fridge right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna go get some after this.
That's the power of pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza.
It's not just Chicagoans, it's everybody on the planet who knows what's up. Pizza is sacred.
Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you ever talk about.
You're just jealous because you can't enjoy it.
What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York-style pizza, too. It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
Preach to me, brother.
What? Still don't get it?
She's never gonna get it. Give up on her. She's a pizza snob.
Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand.
Actually, a pizza snob is probably somebody who's very particular about pizza. She's just a pizza denier.
All pizzas are created equal.
Pizza.
Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Just forget I mentioned anything.
What is that?
Professor R, the mother of this evil powder, is dead and gone. So then why are her demon seeds still being passed down? This drug has already taken so many lives, and more are bound to follow. It has to be stopped. Professor R, so then what's drug? It has.
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. We're gonna be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask, go along it.
Hey, that's like what Hawk told Cooper. You're on a path. You don't need to know where it goes. Just follow.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this?
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge?
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better. And I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So, you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took them, leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given.
Duty.
Yeah.
Hey, Agent Jones. I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom.
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel, but he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty.
And jealous?
That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again. I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did.
Yep, jealous.
But let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you? It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us.
Ooh, interesting if true.
After 14 years, he went back to Lou Carre, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now. Something that's deeply connected to Sang Rouge.
What? Oh my.
What is all this?
What's under those covers? Hey, I can actually. Oh no, I can't. I can't move. I can only force her to walk over there.
Pictures of people from Le Carre. And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale.
Greenvale. Is that the? That was yeah, that was Deadly Premonition 1.
All the deceased have been crossed out. Sheriff Melvin Woods.
Uh-oh. So they were found to be dead at some point. Oh boy. Sneezy peasy. Bless me, thank me.
Lise Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
She not here. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Whoa.
That's our altar. What are you doing?
That's a little sneaky move I like to call, get out of here. Oh, loading screen, how I love to watch you load. Come on. Come on. Oh, back in the flashback days. 2005. Le Carre, Louisiana. So we've taken her back out. What you thinking about there?
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York! Agent York!
Ah, my nose is itching. Badose.
Hey! Agent York! Agent York?
Agent
Hey!
York.
Hey, Agent York.
You're Lise Clarkson.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zack, this is the point where it all collapses.
Search for clues at the altar near Lisa's discovery site. Alright, we're gonna end it there because that's a very long one and I'm ready to go eat that pizza I talked about. So, see ya.